Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is part 2 or part B of the ecosystem services. We continue from the previous. Some of the things are discussed in this slide. So, this lecture is completely derived from some examples from our local ecosystems. The branch of ecology that investigates the relationships of plants and human activities such as use of plants and animal as a food, vegetable, wild or cultivated fruits, fodder, medicinal timber, wood, fuel wood, honey, bee plants or any other use of plants by human is termed as ethnobotany, ethnoecology, ethnopharmacology, ethnobiology or ethnozoology. Such studies fall in the four types of ecosystem services. This is a view of Karambar Valley, Gilgit, Balochistan, and I have borrowed this picture from this publication, Ali et al. 2023. You can see this village. This is an alpine area situation. That's why the mountains doesn't have a thick forest, but a small village is there. Mountains are there, a water body is there, and grasses are there. So you can see a view of the last village on Cranber Valley. This is last village means then next is the Afghanistan and Russian border. In this area, analysis was made, and you can see provisional services. It includes crops, fruits, fuel wood, domestic water use, livestock. So all of them totaling to 700 706 millions, 4 million US dollar, and average value per million Pakistani 0.59. Again, provisional services, cultural services are only 0.05 in this valley. The regulating services are 30.94 million rupees, Pak rupees. Aggregated ecosystem value is 738.7 million rupees. So this is one example that within this crumble value, which I show you the photograph without thick forest. So they have wild fruits, crops, domestic water uses, livestock. So this is the way how we calculate it. Ecosystem services of Karambal Valley and Karambal National Park. This is the same area. Here, Ali et al. 2023 showed that the estimated value of was 738.7 million Pak rupees. That equals to 4.28 million US dollar per year, which is equivalent to 615,308 US piece per household per year. Provisional services contributed 706 millions per year, which constituted 96% of the ecosystem services to this valley. That 96% of the services, they were provisioning services within the Karambal National Park or Karambal value. Again, this is a breakup of the same value So long figures are there. I've just given this. You can see it whenever you are free. And moderately important, not important, moderately important, very important, and some things like fodder, resources, medicinal plants, raw material, genetic resources, water, wildlife. These are the provisional. The regulating services are the flood prevention, carbon sequencing, climate regulation, water regulation. These are the regulating services. Cultural services are knowledge generation, educational values, culture values, aesthetic values, tourism and recreation, mental health benefits. So again, this is the detailed breakup of the previous values. The total economic value of the provisioning services of Currumber value QB is estimated as 706 million per year, which is almost 0.59 million per house per year. Provisional services contribute 96% of the total economic value. The net annual value of the crops, this is a crop poor area actually, is 0.0272 million house per year. Similarly, annual net value of fruits. Here, fruits are there, wild fruits, cultivated fruits. This is in Pak rupees 3,700 millions per house per year. Crops and fruits respectively share 4.6 and zero point 0.6. Crops 4.6, fruits zero point 0.6. This alpine area, most of the time the area is covered with the snow. So here yak, cow, goats, sheep are the most commonly kept livestock. That is yaks, cow, goat and sheep in the as a livestock. But livestock rearing is declining in the valley. They found that the reproduction, growth, population is declining in the valley. The average herd size was 10 animals per household. Again, only 10 animals. Although this is an area where livestock dependency is there, so but 10 animals per year is there. Uh, the livestock is dependent on fodder from grasslands and buffer zone, so they don't have only grazing is there. So livestock depend upon grazing only. This is one example you can see. This valley, this is a York. This valley, as far as you can see, it is bare. No trees are there, no areas there. These are some of the government offices in this area, and these are the walks traveled. How they, this is the vegetation. These are the no tree is there. That's why alpine situation is there. Yaks from Colombo Valley are very useful animals providing services to the local. Yak is used for milk, for meat, for fur, for work, for carrying loads. Multiple uses are there. Total estimated value of livestock is 149 millions per year of this area. Total annual estimated value of the fuel wood of this value is 178. Fuel wood. Trees are not there, but they collect plants and shrubs. Rather, they pull out the roots of the there. This shares 25%. Domestic water consumptions received from the major glaciers provide estimated total economic value of 341 million per year. Again, it shares domestic water consumption shares 48% provisioning value. There are no source of water except the glaciers. Cultural values services mainly include trophy hunting. In these areas, trophy hunting, rather in the Gilgit and other areas also, uh, Ibex, they are kept, saved, their hunting by the locals is prevented, is illegal. But governments every year grants 4 to 5 license, 5 permits, 6 permits in different rangelands to locals and to the foreigners with an average price of Pakistani rupees 150,000 per animal. The government retains only 20% charges, 80% goes to the community for their welfare. This income annually amounts to zero point 0.6 million, that equals to 500 per house per year. Estimated economic value of ecosystems from the QNP was 738 with following shares. Park rupees this much per household, provisioning services 96% per year, which is economic value, और कुछ कमर कल्चरल वैल्यू है जो 0.08 है. कल्चरल वैल्यू इसलिए कम है कि this is a very far flung area, very difficult to go. No facilities for hunting, no facilities for living, camping is available. So value has a low rating here. Regulating ecosystem services contribute about 5,785 household per year, which adds to 45% of the ecosystem service value. The total carbon sequestration values is estimated 30 million per year, which translates to park rupees 25,005 per household per year to regulatory services. This is another small study carried out in the Hunjarab National Park. Hunjarab National Park is when you go to the China from Gilgit, that's the area you have to cross. At the top 16,000 feet there is a check post by Pakistan and Chinese government. So that area is there. So this is an area where estimation has been made in terms of plants availability. No trees are there, only herbs are there, shrubs are there, grasses are there. Family Asteraceae has 15 species. It is followed by Chenopodiaceae, 8 10%, Poaceae 8%, Rosaceae 7% of the total. The number of plant species declined from base to the top. That is where you move from the base of the mountain to the top 16,000, there is a gradual decline in the number of the species due to severeness of the climate. Herbs, 89%, they are the dominant. Herbs include some annual plants and mostly grasses. Plant resources contributed direct or indirect ecosystem services such as food, medicine, fuel, timberwood means firewood actually, thatching, water purification, mineral, soil retention against erosion. Most important sink of the is global carbon stock is here at high altitude. Peatlands are there. Fodder species 72% and 39% species are highly palatable. That is, they are grazed. Only 72% or 27%, 39% are highly palatable and palatable. Plant resources in KNP, they are unique, vary with climate and altitude. The floral health or the flora is under tremendous threats of global climate change here. Ecosystem services fodder. Now we are coming to Mastuj Valley. This is in Chatral, and it also has a temperate to subalpine to alpine climate. From this valley, 567 species distributed among 82 families 65 dicots, 13 monocots, 2 gymnosperm, 2 pteridophytes they were collected. This is the plant life. There were 333 genera including 3 pteridophytes, 2 gymnosperm, 54 monocots. So this gives you an idea what kind of plant is there and how much they are there. That the species are there. So gymnosperms are only two species which can be used as the woody plants. Woody plants are very few. Most of the plants, 40% are therophytes annual. Geophytes are 14%. Hemicryptophytes, grasses, prostrate grasses, 26%. Shoot parasite, 0.3%. Nano shrubby plants are 5%. Mega phanerophytes 4%. So very poor situation in terms of plant life. This is another study carried out at Ranial, Shangla Hills, Swat area. This was one season study, so only 97 plant species were collected from Ranial Valley, and they contained 37 fuelwood species, 37 fodder species, 31 medicinal plants, 18 were edible, 12 species were used for making shelters, and some were used for vegetable. 9 species were poisonous in this case. 4 species are used as a for furniture wood. This is again, I would say, thank you very much. A brief account of the life or of the services which some studies have been carried out, and these are our studies, so you can add them. Thank you very much. If you like it, give us a call, sorry, give us a message on our email, or you can write in comments, or you can use the Facebooks. We would be pleased to answer you, reply you, satisfy you. Thank you very much.